On the 11th of June 2018, Susan Hailstone entered the wrong date of death. It says exact date of death in the hospital, and she entered the exact date of death on that date, the 11th of June 2018. But she got it wrong because Mum died on the 23rd, 24th of May 2018, according to Lindsay Ainsworth, the coroner's assistant, who sent the letter to the GP practice. She sent it on the 28th. Dr. Hadfield received it on the 4th of June 2018, but in it states that Mum died on or she saw Mum dead on the 23rd of May 2018. And I blew a copy of that up so that you can see it a little clearer. She states that she saw Mum dead on the 23rd of May 2018. She also filled in the mortuary witness statement, in which she says that Mum was identified on the 24th of May 2018, the same date that I saw and said goodbye to my dead mum in the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital. And as I was leaving the room where my dead mum was, I bumped into Jo, who was the site manager of the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital, and she was kind enough to send me this letter later on, or this message, Facebook Messenger message, to myself later on the same day, 24th of May 2018, to say how sorry she was to see me so upset in the hospital earlier, 24th of May 2018. Now, the 11th of June 2018, when she put the exact date of death in, that is also on the first page of the GP practice, the 11th June, and it's the date that my mum's name was taken off the register, the GP register. Now, if you go to part 9 and 9A about the hacking, and part 17, 18, also about hacking a bit, in there it's got about my old phone. Now, my phone from 2018, I was hacked through it, and they tried to change the date. So what they did was they put a kind of a plaster over it, like a cover note over it. And when you look at the outside of when the call was made, I made loads of calls between the 21st and the 24th, the days that my mum was in hospital, to my family. Now, all of them have been covered over, and when you go into the information about the call, this is about the telephone call, and this is about the messages, it has this cover over it, and it says 11th of June 2018 is the same date that is on that my mum's removal of her name from the GP register. It's also the same date that Susan Hailstone entered incorrectly my mum's date of death. The other thing that's weird is, which is also on those parts that I've just described, is that it's the date that all of my photographs of me building my polytunnel in 2018 have been altered to. They're all been altered to the 11th of June 2018 of everything. So from levelling the field to building the polytunnel to putting the plastic on, it's all been changed to that. Now, what my family didn't know was I actually had my original telephone from the time. Although they've changed the dates of when I made those phone calls, it's only within the whole of May and early June. None of the other dates, so January, February, March, April, everything in there is normal, but then for the whole of May, there's this thing that's over the top of both calls, messages, and my things in Facebook, and it says 11th of June 2018, and it's on all of that. And then July, August, all that through 18, there's nothing different about it. It's just for May, which is, again, extremely suspicious. If I was a copper and I was investigating this, I'd have thought that I'd got so much evidence that there was something that I'd have to do about it. But it would seem that you're not allowed to report anything to the police when the coroner is involved, or when the police are involved, i.e. Lindsay Ainsworth, who is a police officer, or she was a police officer to do with the Royal Devon and for Devon and Cornwall Police, and she's the coroner's assistant. Anyway, so 11th of June 2018 is on everything. Calls, messages, my old Facebook page, same date on it, and and it's also the date that Mum's name was removed from the GP practice. It's the date on that document that you've just seen that it was the exact date of death entered by Susan Hailstone. Now down here, Susan Hailstone, clerical admin, she also has about son rang to ask for documents querying the date that Mum was admitted to the hospital before she passed away, because I did. There's the other one, the date 11th of June 2018, the date that Mum's name was removed from the medical register. Now Susan Hailstone also wrote this, that she had typed the GP records on the 24th of June 2020. In the GP records, this is page 32. At the bottom, it's got the same date, Wednesday, 24th of June 2020, 9:41. And at the top, it's got the same date, 24th of June 2020, 9:41. Susan Hailstone, clerical access role. She typed these records. She didn't copy them, she typed them on the 24th of June 2020. She then had an anniversary party with my brother and sister-in-law, Mike and Sally, on the 24th of June 2021, and she turned up with her friends. Now, that's Susan Hailstone there. That's Julie Dent, and that lady's Claire Spinney. Mr. Philip Spinney, his name is Mr. Spinney. Now, I could hear them talking out the window, and they were saying that they would see each other on their yachts at the weekend. Now, the Spinneys have a yacht in Brixham Harbour, and my brother and sister-in-law, they have a yacht at Brixham Harbour as well. Now, they had their anniversary party together. I didn't know when I took these photographs who the three ladies were. I found out over the years after putting the pictures on Facebook to ask, who are these three ladies? And people rang me from the hospital, people rang me from the marina, Brixham Marina, and friends of mine told me that they went to school with Susan Hailstone's daughters. That's how I know who all these people are. And if you were wondering, I think I put it in the last episode, my sister-in-law says there, she wrote this to a court of law, that Ian took photographs, or he took videos of us and put them on Facebook. My friends came to see me at work on the 24th of June 2021 and parked their car in the yard outside our shop, outside the back of the shop. Ian took a video saying goodbye of us saying goodbye, and published these on Facebook, which I did. I put, who are these three ladies? Apparently questioning the number plate, ends NHS, that this visit to me was all part of the conspiracy about the date his mum died. My friend's initials are NHS. She has a private number plate. My friends thought it was so weird that he was watching me and filming me. None of us thought he would see the car number plate as a sign that we were conspiring with the NHS. A copy is in here. So yeah, she admits to that, and she thought it was weird that I thought there was a conspiracy between Mike and Sally. Mike told me that twice that he'd only written the records, he'd done nothing else wrong. They turned up a year to the day from when Susan Hailstone, 24th of June 2021, the records were typed on the 24th of June 2020. That's why I thought it was weird, because I knew that the records had been typed on that date. The fact that the number plate is APSA NHS, and Sally's saying that that lady with the blonde hair is her initials, it's a private number plate, is just a crock of shit, because that lady there is Julie Dent. Julie Dent was the head chair of the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital. That's Susan Hailstone. They were having an anniversary party. I could hear them saying it. That's the registration plate, apps for NHS. That's them leaving in their car, apps for NHS. The blonde lady driving. The blonde lady is Julie Dent. I just got these pictures off Facebook, and I've Googled people. So that's Julie Dent. Like I say, it's in Facebook. It's a public domain. You can get these things. As the same as that's Susan Hailstone. I got pictures of her from Facebook as well. I googled all these people as well, and so I've got pictures of them from different things. But the pictures of them are actually there, you know, of them having that anniversary party. Now, and the other lady is, what is it? Bear with me. That lady there, she's called Claire Spinney, and she's a relative of Mr. Philip Spinney, the head coroner's relative, basically. I could hear them talking and saying that they would see each other on their yacht at the weekend. As I say, Sally and Mike have a yacht which they moor at Brixham Marina, and the Spinney family, they have a yacht that they moor at Brixham Marina as well, as she is going in for the hug. If you knew someone really well, then perhaps you'd give him a hug. But if you didn't know them very well, she didn't hug any of these other people. Now, in the pictures, right here, there's Claire Spinney and Jill Spinney. Now, when you go on to Jill Spinney's, you can see at the bottom there's 2 likes on that. When you go on to Jill Spinney's, you can see that the 2 likes are Jill Spinney and Claire Spinney. Now, Claire Spinney, I've just gone into Jill's friends list because it's in the public domain. This is how I found it, and I took the pictures. And Claire Spinney's there. I've covered up the names of the other people, but Philip Spinney and the other Spinney person are there as well. Now, Mr. Philip Spinney, you're the head coroner, and it's your relative that's hugging my sister-in-law Sally in the yard on the 24th of June 2021, when the records were last typed by Susan Hailstone. And Susan Hailstone is that lady there in those pictures, having an anniversary party a year to the day from when she's written the records. Susan Hailstone. There we go, 3 ladies. Sally's admitted to the court that she found it strange that I thought there'd be a conspiracy between her and her friends to do with the NHS that turned up in the yard, and she admits it herself. I do think there's a conspiracy between them, because Sally and Mike told me that they'd only written the records, and when I received the 2018 hospital records, it's my father, my brother and my sister-in-law's handwriting that are the extra 10 days of hospital records. I think it's extremely suspicious that, I mean, at the time when I took the photographs, I didn't know who the people were, but Sally admits to it there that she thought it was weird that I thought there'd be a conspiracy about the date of my mum's death. My mum died, I saw her dead on the 24th. Why would you make something up about your own mum's death? It's disgusting, it really is. Why the hell did you, the head coroner, put my mum's date of death through incorrectly? Was it to do with the fact that your relative came and had an anniversary party with Mike and Sally a year to the day from when the records were last typed? There's a clearer shot of Claire and Julie Dent, head chair of the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital. Claire Spinney, head coroner's relative. In the hospital records, there's this, which is typed by my family, and it says that Mum had dementia for 12 years, declining over the last 12 years, and that my dad was her carer for 5 years. And in this hospital record, which was, I believe that has been added to and retyped by my dad, my sister-in-law, my brother, and it says that Mum had dementia. It says that she had it since 2007, which was 12 years. And it says that she declined memory clinic in 2014 on this document. At the bottom, it's got Julie Dent's name and Melanie Walker. Melanie Walker was the person that did the full investigation into the hospital records, but couldn't find any altered dates in the hospital records, and yet there's 23 plus altered dates. There's also all the x-rays on the same days, 14th and 15th, with Mum's date of birth right and her age wrong. Julie Dent and Melanie Walker, I just googled them and this came up. So that's Julie Dent, different hair. That's Melanie Walker. I'm just saying that I've googled them. These are in the public domain that I've got them from. She's the one that couldn't find, Melanie Walker couldn't find any altered dates, and Julie Dent, it's her name on the bottom of this altered document. In this it says that Mum refused memory clinic in 2014. As I say, this just validates this handwritten record by my family. This one says that Mum refused memory clinic in 2014. Dr. Hadfield to the head coroner says that she refused memory clinic in 2016. They didn't notice any signs of dementia until 2016. Her husband and myself first noted memory impairment in 2016. However, at this point, she refused referral to memory clinic. The other letter says 2014, the one that validates the handwritten record. It also says in this other one that she was a heavy smoker, quitted a while back. Mum never smoked. It's in the GP records and says that Mum never smoked. All of this was a setup. There's 222 pages in the hospital records that's written by my family. The extra 10 days is written by my family. It would have had to have been written before she went into the hospital, and then all the records that are validate. I mean, a lot of these things contradict each other. So the GP record to the head coroner's inquest, that contradicts the letter that had been altered that's got Julie Dent and Melanie Walker's name on the bottom of it. Now, I know that all of this is all a setup. You couldn't write 222 pages in 3 or 4 days. It would have had to have been done beforehand. The hospital records, there's a whole load of them, and they've got the 8th of the 7th, 2020 typed on the bottom of them. And all of those records are done by the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital, remembering that Julie Dent of the Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital had an anniversary party with Mike and Sally on the 24th of June 2020, a year today, when the GP records were last typed. The 8th of the 7th, 2020 records validate the 2018 records. The 24th of June 2020 GP records validate the 2018 hospital records written by my family, Mike, Sally and Dad, Alan. Claire Spinney, the head coroner's relative, hugging my sister-in-law on the same day, 24th of June 2021, a year to the day from when all the records, the GP records were last typed, with Susan Hailstone in the picture, Julie Dent, Royal Devon and Exeter Hospital, Claire Spinney, head coroner's relative, and Sally's admission, because that's what it is, it's an admission that they thought it was weird that her and her friends, who happened to be all those 3 people, had an anniversary party. I could hear them saying they were having an anniversary party, and they found it strange that I thought that they were conspiring with the NHS. I think they are conspiring with the NHS, because otherwise, why are all the hospital GP and everything else, all the records, why are they so weird? Why is there so many altered dates? Why didn't the coroner pick up on any of this at all? There was no post-mortem done. There was no toxicology test done on my mum. And yet there's so much that's so wrong with all these records. And these people turn up and have an anniversary party a year to the day from when the records were last typed by that lady there, Susan Hailstone, in the GP practice. Year to the day. It's so wrong. Just so wrong. As I say, go and have a look at, you can go to Ian's Field of Greens 2021, go to me building my polytunnel in 2018, and all of the pictures are different dates from my Facebook page. None of it are the 11th of June. My brother came and helped me to put the plastic on over the top with his manager, Andy from the shop, with Hugh that came and helped me to put the polytunnel together. His wife used to work for the shop as well. They all did it. My brother came on the 31st of, I think it was the 1st of June 2018. It's all in there. None of it makes any sense. Why cover up just those dates in May? Please review part 99A 1718 of Ian's Truth Be Told True Crimes. It all kind of connects together, and everything is all the evidence, the true evidence of what happened to my mum, the fact that we were set up and that my mum died in the hospital in 4 days when she told me that she'd hurt her ankle and her shin. There's so much wrong with all of this, and my sister-in-law admits to it. Thank you for watching.